if Atma or God or Nirguna Brahman is within the experience of everyone, then why is that I am not able to experience the Atma? The Atma or Bhagavan or the Nirguna Brahman is all encompassing and eternal existence. So basically, the Atma shines as the source of our mind, which is basically the source of thoughts, source of the ego, the I am the body idea, Dehatma Buddhi. So, right now, what is happening is our mind is directed towards worldly objects, Vishayas, through our senses. So, we kind of react to the worldly perceptions or react to the thoughts which come to us due to our vasanas or the mental inclinations. So our focus is all the time directed towards worldly objects or thoughts. Hence we are not able to experience the Atma or the presence of Bhagavan within. Now what needs to be done is to slowly shift the focus of the mind from being externalized, wherein mind is all the time flowing towards the worldly objects. So we are trying to shift the focus from being externalized to become inward focused, the inwardness of the mind. So when the inwardness of the mind happens by slowly keeping our focus within on the source of thoughts, by being quiet, by being still, by just remaining as I am without any mental movement, then slowly we will learn to experience the presence of Atma or the conscious presence of Bhagavan within. The basic nature of the mind is to wander towards the worldly objects. So only with gradual practice of keeping the focus within, as and when the mind is directed towards the worldly objects, with the practice of Mahayoga, then one learns to experience the Atma as our own true real nature, the existence consciousness. So as and when our mind moves towards the worldly objects, as and when any thoughts rise up, we need to immediately keep our attention on the source of whatever thoughts which rise up. We need to keep our focus on that subtle mental movement which is happening within. When we thus keep our focus on the source of the mental movement without reacting either positively or negatively, then the thought which has arisen will subside and we will again go back and remain in the source of the mind. So we need to keep on doing this practice of focusing our attention on the source whenever our attention is directed towards any worldly objects. The more we keep on doing this practice, the more control we will have in terms of not having these unwanted thoughts to the extent we are having it now. So this is the way by which one needs to remain focused within on our own self-awareness, which is called as Atma or the presence of Bhagavan. So as and when any thoughts arise, in that very moment we should be extremely watchful, alert, and without going after the particular thought or the mental movement, our focus should be on the source of that particular mental movement, thought. When we thus keep our focus on the source of thought, where from it has come up, then what happens is naturally the thought will subside into that source itself, and then when the thought subsides, when the mind becomes empty of thoughts, then mind naturally merges with the Atma or the presence of Bhagavan until the next thought comes up. So this way we kind of constantly moving from our mind towards going towards external objects, and again after some time mind will come back and merge in the source. So the more the time the mind merges in the source, the more experience of being in the Atma we will be able to have, and the more we experience with that kind of peace and happiness, the more inclination we will have to keep our mind merged in the source, to remain still. So basically here to remain still means what? It means one has to remain without unwanted thoughts, but being aware of the existence, of being just the I am, aham, the self-awareness. So this way, with the constant practice, one will be able to remain in that source of the mind, which is the Atma or the Nirguna Brahman or the presence of Bhagavan. So this practice is not difficult at all. It is very simple because the self-awareness is our essential nature. It is the very basis of the ego itself. What exactly is ego? Ego is just a combination of the I am and then the Vishayas, the Vrittis. The moment we leave off the Vrittis or Vishayas, the unwanted thoughts, the more we will remain as the I am, which is basically self-awareness. So it is very simple. Only thing is we need to have the inclination, the deep focus, passion to remain in the presence of Bhagavan all the time. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva.